Imagine creating an amazing song. People are streaming it, TikTok creators are using it, DJs are playing it, radio stations are spinning it, but you are not getting any money. Or worse, someone else is getting paid. That right there is a problem I think not many creatives have figured out, and it is called a metadata problem. Let's talk about it. Hi, I am Ivy. I'm an entertainment lawyer, and on here I share tips and information for creatives and creative service providers in the industry. A lot of creators make music and they focus on the recording, the visuals, the marketing, the promotion, but not the information attached to the song itself. That information is called the metadata. In this video, we're going to be talking about what metadata is, why it is important, the codes you should know about, the common mistakes to avoid, and importantly, how it directly affects your royalties and visibility. So buckle up because it is about to be a ride. Data about data is metadata. It is the information that is attached to a song. Think of it as telling the creation story of a song. It tells you the creator, it tells you the owner, and yes, the creator and owner may differ, that's another video. It tells you the songwriter, it tells you the producer, the contributors, it tells you who gets what percentages in the royalties, and how the song should be identified across the various platforms. Some back-end industry players already know that a lot of money from some of your favorite songs are sitting in the black box because of missing metadata or improperly filled metadata. By the way, if you do not know what black box is or what black box royalties are, go check out the first video on the channel that may give you an idea. From the explanation already, you can tell that without proper metadata, royalties may not be paid properly, the contributors may not be properly credited, visibility and discoverability may be difficult for you because we don't even know who you are. The streaming platforms may struggle to categorize your music, and this may even affect your opportunities like sync placement. So I know that metadata may sound technical, but it is one of the most basic and important parts of the business of music. Now, when we say metadata, there are different variations of it. So let's start with the one that describes. It tells you the song title, the artist name, the featured artist, the cover album, the song duration. This part of the metadata tells you the information that you need to know about the song. It is publicly available. This information helps streaming platforms to organize and categorize your music. For instance, if the song here by this artist, Ice, titled Far Away, if the song is categorized as Afrobeat, the platform knows to recommend it to Afrobeat lovers because that is the category provided for in the metadata which the song belongs to. By the way, let's go up this number. There is the ownership part of the metadata. It tells you who owns what in the song. It contains the songwriter's information, the publishing information, the ownership of the masters, the producer credits, the split percentages. So from this, you can already tell that it ties directly to the payment of royalties. So if any information here is improperly filled or is inaccurate, you know that money may be lost. Let's move over to the technical part of the metadata. This contains information like the file type, the audio quality, the ISRC code, duration of the song. Streaming platforms rely heavily on this information. Before we proceed, let's talk about the codes. I said earlier we're doing that in this video. The ISRC code is the International Standard Recording Code. This identifies the sound recording. So where a song is recorded and it's available, it has a unique code. If one song has 3 other variations, each of those songs, each of those versions will have an ISRC code. So there's the original, then there's the radio edit, there is the remix, and then there's the acoustic version. These are 4 ISRC codes. Each ISRC code is unique to the sound recording. It is like the NIN of the song. It is an identifier of the sound recording. You can get this code from your record label or your distributor. Usually it is automatically generated for you by the distributor when you are distributing. Let's move over to the ISWC. This is the International Standard Musical Work Code. Remember, sound recording, musical work. So this identifies the musical composition itself. You usually get this from your PRO or your CMO, your BMI, your ASCAP, SSAC, MCSN. So if you're unsure of where to get this from, just go to your profile, your accounts with any of your CMOs or your PROs, and you should be able to navigate finding it on your profile. A song with different variations can have different ISRC, but one ISWC. I hope this is not confusing. If it is, just pause this video and go watch it again. There is the IPI number, the Interested Party Information number. This is the ID card for songwriters and publishers within a collection society. So you get this from your PRO or your CMO, which is why when you're sorting the publishing parts of your work or your lawyer is doing this, they request for the IPI number. When you're filling out split sheet or your lawyer is doing that, usually they request for your IPI number. This is what will be used to track the work so that payment will be easy for you. Then there is the UPC, the Universal Product Code, or the European Article Number, the EAN, depending on the continent you are on. This tells you this is the product release number itself. So whether it's a single, an album, an EP, an LP, this is the number that is attached to that particular release. It's a combination of different ISRCs. And ISRC, I forgot to mention earlier that it's a 12-digit code with different markers depending on your country, your distributor, and the numbers, that serial numbers identifiable to that particular product or the song. So no proper metadata means no proper tracking, and no proper tracking means no proper payment. So whether you're a songwriter, a producer, a performing artist, your metadata is important to you. This is so because it also affects your visibility. I mean, how would we know that you contributed to writing that song if you are not even properly credited, which is what metadata does for you, unless you've agreed to be a ghostwriter? Your credits are important for your visibility. I'm sure that there's some writers that you know now because they wrote on some records that are your favorites, or because they wrote on records you think, wow, this is amazing, this is dope. If the metadata was not properly filled and credits were not properly given, you wouldn't know who these guys are. So you see, visibility, metadata, more money. Think well, 10 guys. We've discussed about the what and the which. Let's talk about the how. What fun is it to know the what and not know the how? To properly benefit from the advantages of metadata, consistency is key. If you are eyes on YouTube Music, be eyes on Boomplay, be eyes on Apple Music, be eyes on Spotify. Don't be eyes on YouTube Music and be big eyes on Spotify and be I see on YouTube Music or I see on Boomplay. It is going to confuse the distributors, it's going to confuse your pay sources because they don't know who to pay, or we don't know if this one person is the same person across platforms. So consistency in your name is key when you're filling out your metadata. This part is often overlooked. As a contributor to a song, a project, ensure that you are properly credited. If you can, confirm the splits before you upload the songs and use the correct metadata when you're uploading the song. Importantly, do not duplicate ISRCs. I already said earlier that there are unique ISRC for different songs. One song with a cover, with a remix, with an acoustic version, they have unique ISRC. So ensure that you are imputing the right one. When you're switching distributors as well, you can just take the same ISRC and put and give it to the new distributor. That way, the streams from the previous distributor is added to the new distributor you're distributing with. So be sure that you do not duplicate and pay attention to this information, please. So before you plan your next release, instead of just focusing on the music and on the marketing, focus also on the information that is attached to that song, because long term, it will yield results. And if you think you're already losing money because of a missing metadata or an inaccurately entered metadata, be sure to contact your lawyer, an entertainment lawyer. We always advocate for that here, an entertainment lawyer to help you sort things out. If you made it this far in the video already, you know the drill. Let me know what you think in the comments. Share this video with any creative that you know. But before you do that, ensure that you have liked the video. Subscribe as well, because I would like that you get notified when I upload my next video. Which conversation do you think we should have next? Until then, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.